welcome to another episode of A Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. Last time, McCready had a dream that might have actually been a memory of her eating another student. And when we get to the school, we find out that the dead student in the current school, and that one in the dream was from a different one, I remember it. The current one, Pascal is the dead student. Supposedly torn apart, mauled to death. And Cosette tells us as she's crying on McCready's chest. and of which she promises to find out who is the responsible person, and then we get a little flashback of McCready talking to Pascal about how close he is to Cosette. And then we cut back to the present, in which Pierre tackles us, pinning us to the ground, and claiming that he saw us do it. He saw McCready do it. And she's like, plays it all calm, telling him how bad it looks for a big wolf to pin down an innocent little sheep, of which we know she's not entirely a sheep. She's kind of messed up in the head, not gonna lie. And then they both notice that Cosette fainted on the background, in which Pierre rushes to pick her up, and McCready insists that he give her to him because it would look bad that a big wolf was carrying a bunny who happened to be bleeding out of her nose again, and that he wouldn't tell on him if he gave her over to McCready. And which he did and proceeded to run off. We took Cosette to the infirmary, and while she was unconscious, McCready began licking the blood of her nose, on which she woke up and asked about why she had a dog's tongue, in which she told her then that Papa here is actually her blood, that he is her biological father, which she didn't take it entirely too well. I mean, she was left like thinking, oh shit, now what? Am I gonna keep on being McCready's friend? And which after that we had a little bit another flashback about again talking about who's closer to Cosette, if Pascal or McCready. They were back and forth and back to the present, in which she encountered the crazy girls who no longer seemed to think that it was McCready, who saw what happened and told her that Pierre is in the principal's office getting his ear talked off. In which at the end of that we had another flashback in which McCready tackled Pascal and injured him, actually bit his neck. We saw the marks on his neck, but we didn't see her maul him today. It was only one bite mark, and that was it. That's where the flashback ended. And now we're here with Papa greeting us. Let's see if we can finally solve this mystery, or will it get more convoluted than it already is. Ah, mon filet, you're home. Hello, Papa. It's good to see you. How was school? It was fine. Was it? There were a lot of police around. All right. Pascal was your friend, right? It's been all over the news. How have you been managing? I've been okay. Just slightly overwhelming seeing officers roam everywhere around the school. Yes, yes, I understand. Well, get some rest, my filet. I think I'm losing that, right? I'm sure after you rest, you'll feel better in the morning. Oh, we're gonna have a messed up dream? Yeah, you're right, thank you. No one knows that I killed him. Oh, so we did kill him! McCready did kill Pascal! But why? I know she was jealous and that like taste of his blood like bring out the carnivore side of her. Well, except for Pierre, but he's such a madman. I don't think anyone will believe him. Who's going to believe him over me, the herbivore? Quote unquote herbivore. But she's both, technically. I toss my body into the bed. Warm, soft, my body sinks into the mattress. This bed would only be better if Cosette were it with me. Oh, right, I remember now. McCarty, I confessed to Cosette, in which she said, she said never say never, and she's still processing the whole fact that she's part carnivore, but there's still hope. And that she was still going to continue being friends with McCready. Oh, now we get to see the rest of this. What? What, you fucking crybaby? Why? What are you going to do? Okay, like it matters to you. What if I tell you I'm going to eat you, huh? You wouldn't do that. You're a herbivore. God, you don't fucking get it, do you? I'm not a herbivore. I'm just like you. Don't you ever crave for the flesh of others? No, not at all. What the hell's wrong with you? Liar. You're just a goddamn liar. I ripped him apart in ways I didn't even understand. Throat first, so he wouldn't scream. I hate him so much. So much. Words couldn't even begin to define my pure disdain for him. So maybe my actions of tearing him to bits would be enough. I stand up. I wipe the drool from and blood off my mouth. Damn! Why? He was gone. Finally, I didn't have to deal with him anymore, and I was glad. It taught me something important, however. The meat of a man doesn't taste very good, but how the blood would splur out from his from his heart racing. If only you were a woman, Pascal. Oh man! So McCurdy did murder him out of jealousy. I know she was mad because Pascal was close to Cosette, but Pascal told her he wasn't into her. He was into fill in the blanks, of which he shouldn't have. He should have told her right then and there, and maybe he wouldn't have died. September 6th. And she's not very happy. I understand why Papa isn't a big fan of Thursdays now. What? After hearing everything she did, I'm not sure if I can fully enjoy today. Am I as bad as she is? Are my actions just as cruel? No, they're even worse. She didn't kill anyone. She manipulated him just to get pregnant and have a hybrid and was quite cruel to him, yes. But she didn't kill anyone. You did, McCurdy. You killed 2 people so far as we know. One could say she took the life of Papa, even though she created life. She used him. She forced him to be with me. And she caused such a horrible domino effect. I'm the only person he has left. And I feel as though he'll be all I have too. Papa is nowhere in the kitchen. What should I do? Okay. Let's just in case, let's check the living room. Papa? Oh, Mofule! He was sat on the couch, mindlessly watching TV with various snacks in front of him. He patted the cushion next to him. I sit down, hands folded in my lap. Are you okay, Papa? I'll be okay. Oh, this isn't bode well. Murders are always hard for me. What's murders? I'm sorry, Papa. You probably hate when it's McCready too, don't you? What? I felt him pinch my cheek. His whole hand the size of my face. He wiggled what little meat I had in my cheekbones. I can actually imagine it, how massive his hand would be. And how scary and adorable that would look as well. Credit is my favorite day, Muffle. Yeah, right, old man. It's true. I couldn't hate it, Dave, the week that shares the same name as my daughter. I'm sorry, Papa. For what? Being here? Muffle. Mama hurt you. I'm just a product of that. Sorry, I can't imagine how much it must hurt you to just know that I'm alive, let alone live in the same building as me and provide for me. Look, Ray, you're not your mother. I made sure of that. You have never and can never hurt me like that. I love you. You're one of the few things I have left. I don't want to lose you. I know, Papa. I love you too. He grabs my upper arm with his hands, pulling me in for a side hug. I felt his chin tremble as he rested his head on top of mine. I reached a hand up and scratched the top of his head. You wouldn't ever lose me, Papa. I promise. Thank you, Muffle. Well, you should get going. Yes, I should. Bye-bye, Papa. Bye, McCready. I hope Papa feels better. I don't like to see him so upset. Alright, this is related to her mother, that's why. I know I should, but I worry about him sometimes. I know I shouldn't, but I think he has such a big heart. He feels too much. There are even more officers here than yesterday. Oh, it's him! Eddie! So that's what became of him. Hello there, little lady. Hello, sir. You're McCready Moore, correct? Yes, why? Have you not heard? Your friend, Justice DuPont, he passed away recently. Very brutal murder. Oh, Pascal. Oh, is that what his friends would call him? Yes, sir. Well, since you seem to be pretty close to him, we'll have to take you into the station for investigation. Please don't look so scared. You're not in trouble, ma'am. I don't think a lamb like you could hurt a fly. You just might have some information that could really help us out. Would you be willing to offer that help? Do I really have a choice, officer? Officer Boiver. But you do have a choice. If that makes you feel any better, we're questioning other students. Cosette Blanc and Pierre Cavalier in particular. I know them. Are they your friends as well? Well, you know what? I'll answer your question, Officer Bouvier. Despite being a sheep, she looks very intimidating. I hear her adopted father is a carnivore. Maybe it's something to do with that. Alright, little lady. I just have to ask a few questions, okay? I understand. Okay. I want things to work out, so. When did you see Josuke? Do you know anyone who would want to... Okay, let's start with the first one. We met when I was about 13. Who introduced you to each other? Cosette did. I didn't really like him. He and Cosette got along well, but he was very different from me. How so? He was just very talkative. Short attention span, tends to flaunt things. Not that I mind that now, but as a kid it was upsetting. Papa didn't have a lot of money. He still doesn't. So to see another herbivore that had a parent that could provide, it was frustrating, upsetting even. Have you ever met anyone who just had everything you ever wanted? Maybe a time or two. I'm definitely jealous of someone who doesn't have a job as uh, gruesome as this. Right. She didn't even appreciate that very much. So, Miss Moore, were you two only close as children? No. Well, can you elaborate? Oh, yes. I suppose I was only friends with him because Cosette was. She's been my friend for as long as I can remember, and I don't think that will change anytime soon. Any idea why Cosette got along with him and you didn't? I think she's a very likable person. I'm sure once you talk to her, you'll understand what I mean. Alright, next question. Let's go for this one. I think that would be the obvious one to do. I tilt my head as I watch her think for a minute. Friday the 2nd? Why are you unsure? I just kind of stressed. I had a bad dream and Saturday was going to be a pretty big day. What was going to happen on Saturday? Oh, nothing bad. Just a day at Cosette's. Well, if you saw him on the second, that was the day he was murdered. Do you have any alibis at all? I was at school all day. Pierre and Oriel and Noir can attest to that. Oriel and Noir? They're two students at the school. Do you know their last names? No. Why would I? She knows them well enough for an alibi, but doesn't know these two's last name. Well, if you don't have any alibi, we do have to keep you until we believe you're not the culprit. I'm a sheep! I don't expect a lamb like her to be capable of yelling so hard. I know, Miss Mort, but it's just the rules. I don't think you're responsible. We just don't have anything proving otherwise. Fine, but I have a life, you know. I know that. Alright, next question. Pierre Cavalier? What makes you say that? I wasn't very close to either in these recent high school years, but from what I know, they were close. However, Pascal mentioned to me that Pierre was pretty violent. And I'm not sure if you heard, but Pierre did pin me down. I think he was going to fight me. Well, that's fascinating. Being raised by a wolf, I never thought they could be so violent. Well, Pierre is a red-maned wolf. I'm not sure they're really similar besides the name. I doubt that. Why? Pierre. I don't like him, but he acts like a lot like my papa. Is your father violent? No, not that part. Just his demeanor. All right. I take it you get along with most canines well, with your caretaker being a wolf. I suppose so. I don't mind them. Well, I hope me being a big Malamute, I think that's how you pronounce it, doesn't scare you. It doesn't, Officer Bouvier. Well, that's all the question I had to ask you, Miss Mort. Alright. We'll still be expecting you here, hopefully not for long. No, we'll still be keeping you here. Well, we'll have more questions to ask you. Understood. Eddie! There's the big guy I've been looking for. Hello, Hello! Excuse me, just on my voice there. Hello, Francis. How did the interview go with the sheep go? Not sure. She's strange. Maybe a little paranoid, but I suppose it is a high-stress situation. Well, don't trust her. That girl could be an accomplice. You think a little lamb like her could help in something like that? Wouldn't put it past her. We've seen stranger things happen in this dump, haven't we? That's a good point. Anyhow, you gotta go and interview the wolf kid now. Am I gonna have to interview everybody? Yep. This case is pretty much gonna fall on your hands. Most of these kids have some connection to wolves, right? And you're just about the closest thing we got. That McCready kid was adopted by a wolf. Pierre is a wolf. And the kids McCready mentioned, Oriel and Noir, yeah? Oriel is a sheep and Noir is a wolf. Apparently, those two hang out a lot. Oriel's an uncommon name. So we tracked down the kid pretty quickly. They've been posting pictures with Noir for a few days now. Oh, that's odd. Exactly! That's why you're on the case, big guy. Now get on with the interview for Pierre. Alright, alright. I slowly inch my way into the interrogation room, looking around it anxiously. With a deep breath, I sit down in the chair. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello there. I just have to ask you a few questions, alright? Mr. Cavalier? Of course. He's way more well behaved than I would expect. I see there's the same questions. I met him at school. And that was it? Well, I would see him around town, but I was always a little too skittish to talk to him. I know I'm pretty lanky myself, but considering I'm a bit stronger and bigger than him, I worried I would scare him off. He was pretty much just bone. Every time I saw him, I wanted to protect him as much as I could. I would always think about how fragile he looked, and I failed to protect him. Well, buddy, it's not your job to protect him. It's ours. Looks like we were both just a bunch of failures, aren't we? Let's get back to the topic, kid. How did you know him? I told you, school. I saw him around town prior, but never talked to him until he talked to me at school. Right, noted. Alright, next question. Let's go with this, because I think that should be the order, at least in my head. I saw him wandering the halls on the second, but I hadn't talked to him since the first day of school. I think that student, Oriel, told him something about me being violent, or something to do with my previous experience at school. I'm not sure, but he avoided me very heavily. If he trusted me, I could have just maybe I could have saved him. But now he's gone permanently, and it's all because of McCready. Do you think she feels pity, sir? In a way she does, in a way. But not entirely. For now, I'll say yes. Of course you do. She's just some sort of fucking angel to you, isn't she? I don't think she can feel anything. Nothing but hatred runs through her. Anyway, Cavalier, I'm supposed to be asking the questions. Right, sorry, sir. Did you say Oriel? Yes, sir. Miss Moore mentioned Oriel as well. Mentioned them as an alibi. Of course, those should probably have some mutual scheme against me. Sheesh, I've never met a kid so paranoid. Alright, next question. McCready Mort. You answered me before I even fully finished the question. Alright, Mr. What makes you say that? She's evil, sir. Pure evil. And the last school we went to, there was a murder. You don't think that could have been a coincidence? No! He slammed his fist on a table, shaking everything for a moment. There's no need to be upset, sir. With all due respect, I have every fucking right to be upset right now. I'm not saying you don't have the right to be upset. Just please try to to keep an even head. Fine. But you need to keep an eye on her. She's not what she says she is. She's not what you expect her to be. Right, I understand. Why do you think that, though? She says you saw her when Pascal was murdered. Great, another fucking lie from her. Was she at school? Yes. However, that's where Pascal was murdered, if you were not unaware. I'm aware. My point is, there was a huge chunk of the day where I didn't have any contact with her. Somewhere around the estimate time of death of Pascal too. Think about it. Pascal and Anna were murdered the same exact way, Ian. And the only connection between these two cases is her and you. Oh, that's a whoops. Canines do have a higher crime rate. I mean, have you ever heard of a sheep committing a crime? You're a canine, sir. A sheep did commit this crime. What couldn't you understand about it? Goodness gracious. Well, that is all I had to ask for today, Pierre Cavalier. Right. Bye, kiddo. Thank you for your help. Yes, of course. That Pierre kid's really paranoid freak. You're telling me, Francis. I bet that he's a weirdo, the weirdo who did it. I can't really say I disagree with you, friend. Well, no time for that. You gotta talk to the bunny now. Oh, God. Don't you think she'll be terrified for someone like me? Definitely. But hey, maybe that'll be how we get information out of her. And big scary guy like you, I'd tell you anything you'd ask me to tell you. Right, franchise. I don't know how to pronounce that one. It's French. I can't speak French. I move carefully, trying not to scare the little rabbit in front of me. With a deep breath, I sit down in the chair. Oh my god, I get with a nosebleed. Oh my god, she's so scared of him. Hello, little Miss Thing. Hello, sir. Oh my goodness, are you bleeding? Yes, but it's okay. I just have high blood pressure. Looking closely, I can see her entire body shaking as she breathes heavily. I can practically see her heart beating out of her chest. Oh my god. Well, there's no need to be so scared. I sliver over a tissue box we have on the table. Thank you, officer. She stands up and wipes her nose for a few seconds. She throws the tissue into the trash can before sitting back down. Okay, sorry, I'm ready, sir. Oh, I met him in middle school. I think, 13, and he was about 11. Oh, you're 19? Yes. I'm very behind in school. I have ADD as well as a huge family to worry about. It's a struggle, but my parents pay good money for me to try and learn. Of course, my mom tends to ruin my education by constantly calling me for help around the house. Sounds like a real pain. It really is. Excuse me, my voice is going again. What was I talking about? How you met Pascal. Oh, right. He was smarter than I was, even though he was younger.
He was a fun guy, but he also helped me with school a lot. He held me down, you know. He always kept me on track, is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, I have someone like that in my life.
Exactly! So, I've known him for a few years. We were pretty close ever since we met. Hung out every day since. And we've always gone to the same school. Well, I mean, ever since we became friends, of course.
Was it a coincidence or a choice?
Choice. We didn't want to be separated. I don't think I could have handled being separated from him.
Because he helped you academically?
Yeah, and he was a really good friend too.
Alright, next question.
The first, I think. Maybe the second. I'm in the morning.
I see your memory isn't the greatest.
No, not at all, sir.
Well, alright. Do you know of anyone who could have seen him last?
No, sir. Either McCready or Pierre, I guess.
Alright, alright. Alright, next question.
I don't think I do. He's super sweet.
Surely there has to be someone.
Well, maybe Pierre. But I'm probably just saying that because he scares me. I know Pascal and McCready didn't always get along, but I don't think she could kill someone.
Any clues as to why those two didn't get along?
No? My only guess is McCready was jealous, since our dads kind of forced us to be friends ever since we were little.
Forced? Do you know what to... Did you... Do you not want to be friends with Miss Mort?
No, I do. I've just been raised around we've just been raised around each other since we were babies. But yeah, I don't know. I think she just didn't like the idea of me being best friends with anyone else but her.
That's a bit troublesome, don't you think?
Sort of. I don't know. It's a lot more complicated than you think so.
Well, can you at least try to explain?
I don't know. She never really emoted much. She still doesn't, but there are certain things she takes to extremes. One time she ripped her horns off when we were just kids. I don't have any problem with the fact that she did that, but there were safer ways. She was just so frustrated at the time. I think she had to do something about it and fast.
Alright. Well, that was all I had to ask for right now. Cosette Blanc.
Okay, sir.
You did a great job. Thank you for the help, little lady.
Anytime. She's adorable. After about an hour of sitting in this cold room, Officer Boiver finally comes back in.
Alright, Miss Mort, we're holding off questions for the rest of the day. We both have more important matters.
Right, thank you, sir. As I walk out of the room, it feels as good to be able to stretch my legs. I had sat perfectly still in that room, just thinking about everything. All my actions, all my words, yet they didn't suspect anything. McCready. Hello, Pierre.
Come on, you two, let's not fight. We're all upset about what happened to Pascal. But please, can we try to be formal?
You want me to be formal with the person who killed my best friend?
What? We don't know that for sure.
How do we not know you did? You did it.
Error!
Really? Really now? You've been blaming me this whole time. Isn't that suspicious?
Guys, please.
The big bad wolf blaming the sheep for his crime. Let's see who will fucking believe you, Pierre. And let's see how long it will take before someone sees through your ads, McGrady. Just cut it out. You're being a bunch of children. Yes, they are. Are you getting an attitude with me, Cosette? What? No. Even if she was, she would have every right to. Wait, what? What? I don't want to kill anyone, especially not here. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. We're gonna have to think about this one. I would definitely go for Pierre, but I don't want anything bad to happen to Cosette. But what will she do after this? Okay, no, I'm gonna leave it there. Oh my god, this is unexpected right there. Oh. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and that bell to be notified whenever I upload any new video. And damn, this is getting good. This is really good, but I'm gonna have to think what to go here. So I've been Turius Blackheart, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye bye.